Hey there, how are you guys? See, that's just extremely rude. Okay. Uh, seem to have the wrong one equipped there. You know, I was thinking about you don't have a raw greatsword, though. That's kind of annoying. So, anyway, I was thinking about the most disgusting combination of things you could slap together on a weapon would be the grief attunement for on a greatsword with the feedback loop setup. If you don't know what that is, I show it off in the previous episode. I don't know if I'm going to use it in this one or not. But the entire feedback loop setup plus the relentless assault relic. And since the greatsword is harder to interrupt when it's attacking, you can quite literally just have the feedback loop going while healing yourself for 2860 health every, what, 3-4 seconds? Never running out of energy, doing tons of damage, and being extremely hard to stop. Oh, not just the feedback loop setup, but also with the elite chromatic shield. that would be absolutely mandatory. That's right, that's what I was going to be doing here. Oh, we do have a raw greatsword. So I am... Okay, I was going to say I am very tempted to make that a thing, but then I have to level it up to... Our current sword is 16? What is the... Ah, there it is. This is 14, so it'd have to be somewhere between 14 and 16 in terms of level. If it isn't obvious, I am rather sick. I was going to record these episodes yesterday, but that was just never going to happen. Frankly, I'm surprised that I'm actually doing it now. I shouldn't be, but I am. So, what do we have on this? I mean, I guess, right? Oh yeah, we could also just break their ankles. Everyone loves having their ankles broken. So we should have the necessary things for this. Okay. It's not great. That is, though. But I was just sitting there while subpar rewards were sitting in the coffer next to it. Sure. I believe that's how that would work in real life. Okay, so I stopped because so this is going to be a little embarrassing to say. I didn't see this tablet right in front of me. I only saw everything else going on in this room, all the way to back there. He might have actually been blocking it. No. No, I would have been like this. So yeah, I didn't see the tablet. And then I went all the way around, and when I stopped, it was suddenly there. I sort of jump scared myself a little bit. If you stand here, then verily you have endured the trials and emerged unbroken. Before you lies the pedestal of rapturous dance. Drink deep from the well of veil-torn eyes, and let your feet twirl, your head spin, let your spirit rise. Until the twin-headed serpent bids you to cease. Only then, when the blinding hues and phantom shapes fade from your true sight, shall you be made a jubilant harbinger. General Olza's notes. It is in this place I elect to enshrine and conceal my chosen burden, the key of ecstasy. Let them stand as relentless sentinels, their presence a deathly ward against all but the most exalted and skilled amongst our order. To such an orchestration we have all agreed so many seasons ago. What shall become of the keystone, steeped for near eternity in such a debilitating current? What we have wrought, we have not yet fully mastered. Once our artifact is reclaimed, I know not what might occur. Yeah, I'm not drinking your piss water. I was just about to activate the chromatic shield. And then I took an arrow to the knee. It's weird that that's fatal, but it happened. You saw it. Coming to get ya. Go ahead, summon your turrets. They can't unkill you. I'm sure this is supposed to be difficult. That's not helping. Shut up. The actual... I mean, I know my old modem. I know my old modem wasn't the greatest. But it never did this as consistently. Every now and again, there'd be a bit of a hiccup. And sure, the Wi-Fi wasn't particularly stable, but that could have just been a router issue. And now I'm stuck with Comcast's stupid little thing. So it did occur to me that I can swap my old modem in I don't know how big of a hassle that'll be, but that's the sort of thing I have to do to find out. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I swapped the Ethernet cable that's damaged with the one that's still good, and I'm still getting these issues. So it's obviously the Comcast modem. Never had these issues before until I installed that. I don't know what's wrong with it that's causing this, because, like I said, this is from an Ethernet connection, and I don't even trust the Wi-Fi for a second. I mean, I guess I could try it. Maybe we'll try that next episode, see how unstable that'll end up being. For now, though, come here! By the way, this is without a shield. Was. Yeah, I bet you leveled up. Silly little slut. They have some real...
The keystone of ecstasy is ours.
They have some real issues with this. Is it sound mixing? I don't know. But I don't know what the proper terminology is, but I saw that. You can't hide that from me. Ooh, Collar of Rage, Scornful Spikes. Striking an enemy will reduce the damage you take. For 6 seconds, you gain 6% extra protection. This is obviously for fast attacking weapons. I wonder if there's diminishing returns, or if this just stacks infinitely until you just don't take damage anymore. We have to try that, right? So I would need something that's extremely durable. That sounds absolutely great. We have to upgrade it so we don't end up losing a chunk of health, but that sounds excellent. Assuming, of course, that it doesn't have a stack limit. Oh, that's where we are. Okay. That's weird. I went that way before. Ah, the drop down, right. Okay, yeah, so that would have been the inhibiting factor. Well, that was a very, very interesting boss fight. Utterly trivialized by a single, well, not necessarily just a single piece of equipment. And I was going to say glyph, but that's not exactly the sole thing that was in play here. The Relic of Relentless Assault was also doing very good work in keeping me topped up with its 2860 health heal every time I landed the last hit of a combo for a weapon that has a 3-hit combo. With high interrupted resistance. As you saw with the final haze that we fought, the healing was rather extreme. I literally kept attacking and just getting my stamina back. So I just kept attacking. And the only thing that ever actually stopped me was that one earthquake attack it did repeatedly. Quite literally couldn't do anything during that. Other than that, and oh right, when it shot me, which took like about 55 to 60% of my health in one go, which caused me to panic and activate the chromatic shield. I was thinking to myself for a second that it almost chunked me through the shield, but I might just not have healed. I wasn't really paying attention. My only actual concern was spamming the attack button. For life and liberty, as they say.
Only one more left.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything bad awaits once we collect them all.
Let me know if you need more information. Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one. Let me know if you want more information.
What am I supposed to do with this keystone?
We must return to the Limbic Forge and insert the keystone in its groove.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. Why go all the way back there now when I can just go to the next one? Which I think is in Maristan. I feel like I have something I'm supposed to do. Somewhere else. But I can't remember where.
I sent my men on snipe hunts. Unless you poke the bear, you shouldn't encounter any OMSEF operatives.
Much appreciated.
I can't keep this up much longer. My men are beginning to suspect something.
We should meet.
I need more time. Too many pieces are left on the board to attempt such a high-risk move.
Let us know if we can help.
My window is closing. Next time I contact you, I will be ready to make my move.
She'd be a good asset.
Sounds like something I would say. For your story?
Yes, she's privy to a lot of information. More importantly, you'd have someone watching your back out there. I feel bad enough as it is, sitting safely inside while you risk your neck.
I think you've given plenty for Queen and Country.
It was a car bombing. All because I wrote the truth.
Everyone's a critic.
I realized I was going on about the sound issues where the audio suddenly spikes at weird times. And then just completely dropped it for one reason or another. What's this way? I died. It's fine. It didn't really happen.
Focus. Now, continue.
Why am I going back that way? That makes no sense. Ooh, I do actually want to try that. But we have to go and upgrade it, don't we? Since we just got here, everything's already spawned, so there's no actual loss if we leave right now. Right, we also have to give the kid the book. Yeah.
Let's get those weapons. Excellent. Now. The Taoists will be proud.
I can't imagine bothering to upgrade any of this stuff right now would actually be of use to me. This still has 2 levels to go. There's the Spade of Death. So the Spade of Death is
I'm getting good at this.
so maybe we've hit the actual upgrade cap as far as that's concerned. So maybe the book actually did do something else entirely.
I'm getting good at this. The Taoists would be.
Okay, now we can safely test out the new defensive gear we've gotten. Well, I say safely, but it's quite literally a piece of gear that requires us to just go ape with primarily the twin axes. And then the effect lingers for 6 seconds, so even if you get interrupted, there's a good chance you can... Well, that's assuming that each stack refreshes. Well, all of the stacks refresh when you land another hit. Now, if each stack had separate fall off for the duration, that's sort of a balancing factor. Speaking of durable, frankly, it would have been better if the guy had haze. Then I could literally just attack him infinitely while the haze sits there wondering, why won't he die? Twin X, it's only at level 4, that's not good. Or level 10. Right. I didn't equip the piece of gear yet. What do we have? That's a good one to replace. Why did you give up? So we lose a stack per second. Or we lose one stack each time the duration falls off. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, this is the Twin Axes of Terror. Why are their glyphs gone? Doesn't... what? Why are the glyphs... what? Why does it... why does it say these glyphs are equipped when they're not? Oh, these are, I guess, a pair that we picked up. Which, you honestly cannot blame me for getting the two mixed up. I can barely tell they're green to start with. Okay. So, the stacks max out at 4. 36%, no, that's not even 36, that's 24. It's awful. No, that's awful. Get out of here. Well, I don't know why I was just rude to the Twin Axes of Terror. They've been nothing but awesome. But what were we equipped with? It would have to be level 4, right? Yeah. Expending limbic energy restores health. That has haze. So we currently have rank 4 defensive gear that has 20% protection. No, that's absorption. Yeah, that's just damage absorption. So basically the that defensive gear was giving me the same thing as this. So just raw damage reduction. even if the damage, even if the damage doesn't, or the protection doesn't have diminishing returns, at least with the defensive gears effect, it's just not worth it, considering that what I've currently got heals me whenever I do pretty much anything. What this guy's got is, well, I know the rank 2 one, the rank 2 haze of this type was the turret. I don't remember what the rank 3 haze of this type is. Let's find out. Come here, buddy. I know you're over here, you little rat. Stop running. Get over here. Oh, break your ears. He finished that guy with gusto, didn't he? He suddenly recalled having his lunch money taken in 3rd grade. That guy was a dick. Ow. Oh, that was a time loop guardian. Never even knew. I just thought it's something that could be killed. Hey there, stranger. Yes.
Well, the creatures don't seem to bother us up here. Stroke of luck that Laura and I were able to grab enough supplies before they mobbed us.
Oh, they quite literally cannot climb. They can walk up and down inclines, but they can't climb ladders. It's too complicated.
Just before they appeared, Samo dropped off his van for a tune-up. But he owns the general store down the road to the southeast. I really hope he's okay.
Oh, right. Maristan is where we can go to the general store, which hopefully has the milkweed aid to finish that particular good deed. And maybe a thing or two for us to keep.
Our food isn't gonna last forever. If I had the keys to that van, we'd bail out of here. And we'll never make it on foot, and it's the only working vehicle around here. Damn it.
I'm not going to talk to the gremlin. So, spamming that constantly heals me just like attacking normally would. I wonder if I have anything that could facilitate that. I have to remember to activate the XP relic too. Wasted a bunch of good opportunities to get some bonus XP. Oh, yeah, we could go with extra. I know we have a relic that increases limbic energy. Doubles limbic energy. Or maybe it's not a relic. I know I have something that does it, though. Also, this is outdone by a rank 3 glyph. Having this makes no sense. Okay, so these are passive relics, so yeah, there it is. I'd be able to just equip this. And then we have so much more juice to work with. I like juice. Hopefully you like juice, because there's a lot of it. Why am I bothering to attack with the weapon? Wait, that can... Why does that heal me so much? I could literally turn that on and off and nearly heal, what, half my health back? Why does that... Healing from limbic spent is 500%, so literally 6 times. Well, we don't normally heal from limbic energy, so that would just be 5 times. And then this costs how much? 350? Okay. That is not bad at all. Why? Yeah, this goes under. I do want to see just how much... Yep, I've been there. I do want to see just how much... I stopped because I was looking at the icons in the top left trying to figure out what that first one was. Then I realized it's part of the passive relic. God, that bar is sexy. There it is. Lovely. I want to see how much health I get from using the top glyph. Limbic core, a twisted construct of limbic material with a faintly glowing core. This is for research. And the pole arm of terror. So another spade. Spade of fear. Alright. It's level 10, grade 3. Not particularly great. I can smell you. Unfortunately, I can't kill him there, so we'll have to find a way around to it. But getting the research item is pretty good. Pole arm. Look, when I hear pole arm, I assume spear. When I assume spear, I assume that you stab with it, not slash. Now, there are spear type weapons that you can slash with, but they have their own name. We went that way because we saw a victim, so we'll go this way this time. Okay. All right. So, So the healing didn't take.
Need to make more adjustments to the serum. Continue.
We're not going that way. As you saw, I turned the glyph off and then back on, but there was no healing. So I'm confused. I mean, I know I have the gear equipped. I put it back on. Hey guys. You know what? I don't like you. Okay. I noticed we aren't consuming energy for some reason. For some reason, we aren't consuming energy. Which really hinders a build that is built around the idea of regenerating health off of energy spent, while spending all of that energy as fast as you can to have it replenished while taking damage. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea of having infinite energy. I don't love the idea of having infinite energy when I need it to not be infinite. And remember, each time this charges a new level, it's supposed to consume energy. The system is broken, is what I'm saying. A new usable item. A page torn from a local newspaper featuring match results. Four, 1, 3, 2. I don't know where that's supposed to go. And there are a bunch of things I have not been able to open, like the locker back in Jelgin. There's a safe in Jelgin too. No idea how to open that. Too many things everywhere, really. So the reason I'm not healing myself is that I am actually still stun locked over the fact that that the game is glitched, apparently. Okay. Well, how'd I get here? Yeah, I turned right, so this way. How the frick am I supposed to heal myself? Oh, right. Forgot that was actually on here. I don't know what's causing this, by the way. And like I've said already, it'd be great if it were just such... It'd be fine for it to be infinite if I just didn't need it to not be, you know? Right, so this guy has the one that likes to run. Stop that. Hey there. Have some of this. And then the garnish. Yeah, I didn't bother with the heal pulse because why would I when I just have an infinite money glitch? You would think I would just be able to go ahead and take off this piece of this passive relic since I have infinite limbic energy. But I suspect the glitches has something to do with it. And I am remiss to take it off, now that I have accepted the inevitability of my situation. By the way, the glitch itself has persisted through death, so it's the reason I got killed when I ran into the blue haze thinking I'd be able to heal from the feedback loop. No. What the freaking... Hold this for me. Oh, that's the XP thing. Right. Okay. Can't get up that way. Yeah. Ooh, hold on. I've never used those, not even once. It doesn't even make sense to, honestly. Unless it grants boosted stamina regen, which is an entirely different subject. But from what I remember seeing, it basically just restores stamina. Okay. Have fun with that, I guess. Because I see them. Guess they were dead. Fine. Oh. Here, they never find me. When I lie among the whispering grass, the world fades, and for a fleeting breath, I am free. I close my eyes and rise, soar far above, beyond this place, beyond my uncle's maddening shadow. My bruises mend, and the poison of their endless service drains from my mind, naught but silence. So, how do I get... up there? Is there even an up there to get to? This... no. almost certain that there isn't. Okay, so then where is this going? Ah, okay. I realized I could quite literally just activate this and then run around while healing. Then again, the healing doesn't actually take effect, so there's that. Hold on, I'm dying. This seems dumb and I have no idea what's going on. How long have we been going? Let me check that really quick. Alright, we're like 8 minutes over an hour, so I think I will go ahead and end it here. So I'm going to go ahead and immediately record the next episode, which means we will still have the infinite money glitch. And, well, can't really do much. Well, that's not true. I could quite literally swap the weapons and that would probably fix it. But I'm not going to do that because I don't really see a reason why I should. Aside from the obvious that it breaks everything my particular setup is made to do, which frustrates. I'm losing time on the XP boost, and that thing, there's no way for me to make the 9-minute cooldown any shorter, so yeah. Though it does kind of annoy me that I'm still using the greatsword when I'm trying to level the Spade of Grief. But whatever, right? Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back tomorrow with another episode and apparently infinite limbic energy. I don't know how it happened. Don't know when it started. But it screws me pretty badly. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.